Because you know what how we look at this? We look at it as in, like, you know, in the Bible, they say if you open your homes, even to strangers, you may be opening up for angels.
Yes.
They would dish up and eat in front of the guests. I've experienced it so many times. OMG.
Because we like to make sure when guests come, we want to make sure it's right. You know, everything is straightened out. You know, I know. I'm not saying about the other experience. The other experience was great. We all know that. Everybody knows, the children know how to enjoy South Africa.
Yeah. No, but I'm supposed to be contributing something. At least let me give a tip. They'll be like, no, man, we got this. So unfortunately, when we went out on our first date, he was like, no, I got this. I was like, oh, okay, he's a gentleman. But I had that wallet ready.
Welcome to Chilling with the Chaplins. It's your boy LJ with the one and only, my lovely wife, Lady C. She's in the building. Yes, you know we're about that vibe each and every week. You know what I'm saying, you guys, you know. So we want to jump right in with Welcome to Sunday Funday, where we're all about learning, being informative, and having fun. And yes,
we are in the season
of giving.
Yeah,
being thankful.
Holiday season.
Holiday season, yes, in America.
No, holiday season everywhere.
Holiday season, okay, everywhere.
See, Americans think the world is theirs. No, the entire world is
Whose world is this? The world is mine. The world is mine. Come on.
No, it's holiday season all over the world.
Yes.
So we thought it would be right for us to speak about hospitality.
Hospitality,
How
yes.
to treat guests as they come in to your homes.
Yes.
How is it done in the various cultures, especially in our respective cultures, South Africans and Americans.
African American.
African Americans, because there's a big difference, right?
Yes.
So yeah, okay. So let's talk about when somebody wants to come to your home. What happens in the Americans? Like, they just want to drop by and see you guys and how you doing. We call it Ogokatanga. Like, you know, we just get Katanga and just check you out. I was in the neighborhood and I thought, let me come and holler at you and say hello and see the family. How's everyone doing? And we say, welcome. Oh, it's good to see you. We take it as an honor as Africans to have someone come by to our homes, even uninvited. And what about the Americans?
You better not come to our house uninvited.
You better not.
You better pick
but
up.
Why is that? Because I found that as
a
cultural shock to me. Like,
you better pick up the phone before you come.
But why?
Why? Because you might be doing something.
Yeah, if you're doing something, then you say, okay, we in the middle of something. Can you come by another time? You don't just shut people out and, you know, and...
No, we saying just call before you come.
You have a very uninviting culture, I must say.
No, call before you come. I think that's a respectful way. Call
because
before
even when you're coming, like...
Because you never know, we might be busy. We might be in the middle of something. You're disturbing us.
But we stop whatever and we attend to the
No. It might be... No.
Because you know what? How we look at this? We look at it as in, like, you know, in the Bible, they say, if you open your homes, even to strangers, you may be opening up for angels.
Yes.
So we look at people as angels. Like, you know, when I was growing up, my grandmother didn't used to cook food enough for people within the household. She used to cook way more. She said, what if we have visitors come through? And in some instances, we would have visitors knocking just in time for us to dish up. Guess what the American family would do?
What?
They would dish up and eat in front of the guests. I've experienced it so many times. OMG, Americans. They will eat in front of their guests and not offer them anything. In South Africa or in the African, you know,
some
culture,
people do offer guests, baby.
Listen, well, I've never experienced it. In the African culture,
some people offer guests, baby.
It's like, rather not eat, rather start. If you don't have enough to offer your guests, rather not eat. You know,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I do.
Yeah, rather not.
Yeah, because me, I'm the type of person. I'm sorry.
But don't you guys feel bad eating like in front of people? You don't.
Yeah, we
offer them a drink.
We offer.
Well, I've never experienced it.
But like for me, right? Especially if I buy my food, and I won't buy food if no one ain't buy food or no one and they don't got food in the house. If I don't know that, I'm not buying any food. I'd rather not eat. And I just wait. I wait till I leave and then buy my food or whatever. Cause or or I'd rather just buy you something. Because I don't want to share.
Let's just say it's not food that's being bought. Maybe it's food that we've just cooked in the house.
Okay.
Would you share it with a guest?
Well, yeah. Yes.
But
yes.
I've experienced this. Maybe it's the homes that I've visited. I've never been offered anything to drink or eat, and I'm like, and even when my mom came, she went back with this bitter taste in her mouth. It's like, they don't offer you anything, because she went to a couple of houses. They don't offer you anything. Like, no, they just look at you and they just talk to you until you're like, okay, I'm about to leave, then you go. That's it. And for me, it's a cultural shock. Not that I'm talking bad about Americans, but it's what I've experienced. I hear that in the South, it's a different story altogether. But here up in the North, you will come into their homes and they will not offer you anything to drink.
Not everyone.
Well, mostly. Okay.
Yes, mostly.
We're talking most. We're not saying everyone. Okay. So in terms of people coming to your home, dropping by, we take it as an honor to have guests.
Yes,
because it's angels coming in.
You have to.
But in America, you have to
call before. The respectful thing to do. Call us before you come by. Just don't come unannounced, because you might not get the door answered. We might not answer the door. We act like we're not home.
I think because you act like you're not home.
We act like we're not home.
They close the curtains and everything. Because I've experienced this before as well. They can talk you out at the door, like you don't even enter the house. Like, what you need.
Yeah.
And then once you're done, they shut the door,
we
go back
the door,
inside, and that's it.
Yeah,
and in some cases, because most of them don't like to tidy up the home, so the homes are a bit untidy, so they are ashamed.
That's some people, yes, maybe some people. But that could be the reason why too, that maybe the house is not like presentable to bring the money in, because maybe they didn't have.
And that's why, as Africans, we clean all the time.
Hold on. Hold on. I gotta, you're not gonna be talking about my American people. I'm sorry. We live busy lives sometimes. We
live busy lives.
No. We work. A lot of times.
Oh, we don't.
Come on, man. We work. We just go with it. We 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours, or whatever.
We do 15 hours, but we still clean our homes. Next point.
No. We busy, so a lot of times we don't.
We're busy too.
No.
Okay. So when entering a person's home,
but a lot of times you could catch up where we just got home, we just took off our clothes, and maybe the house is not looking too much presentable, because we like to make sure when guests come, we want to make sure it's right. Everything is straightened out. We don't even want clothes on the chairs or whatever.
It shouldn't be on the chairs.
No, because
as Africans, after taking off our clothes, we put them in the laundry basket. We don't leave them on the couch.
If we just get home though, whatever, we just take it off.
You take it off in your room.
We get comfortable first, and then we take the clothes into the
You're representing Americans very badly, I'm sorry to say. But anyways, point number 2: when guests come to visit your home, in most cultures, like the Asian cultures, we know. The African cultures, Turkey, etc., Russia even, people take off their shoes before they enter the house as a sign of respect. You don't want to come in with filthy shoes or whatever. I know in the African culture, we do it mostly when there's a death in that family. When we're coming to mourn with the family, you never enter a person's home with your shoes on. And mostly it's when we're going to mourn with the family. But in usual cases, it depends on the household. Some homes, you see that I need to take off my shoes because it's so sparkling clean.
Yes.
Unless they say to you, no, you can keep them on. Yeah. But there's always like a mat. At the entrance where you're supposed to
I think that's why Americans they want you to take off your shoes. They're like, you better not dirty up my carpet or my floors.
But most Americans, not all Americans,
yes,
majority of the Americans don't care. They just walk in a person's home with their shoes on.
No,
I think they've taken mostly it's Jewish people that I've seen in their homes, where when you come in, you take off your shoes.
No, some Americans, you do take off your shoes at the door.
Right, and I know most Russian families, they even offer you like a secondary pair to walk around in the home.
Yes.
You take off your shoes, but they have like
they have a second pair,
in a house, slippers.
Slippers, yes. Slippers, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
but I know in most Black American families, they don't care about that nonsense. They're like, just come in with your shoes.
No. Like,
I've never been to an African American home.
Some homes, especially if they got a nice home.
Give me one example.
If they got a nice home and white carpet or whatever, you got nice floors. They don't want. You think they want you to wear shoes?
I think I want to adapt it for our home.
You think they want you? They think they want you to wear shoes and on their carpet? No. You better take off. They're like, no, take off the shoes.
Yeah. So another one is when you're attending like an event that you've been invited to. By that family or whatever, or even like in our case in a service. I know when we went to South Africa, you were invited to speak in a couple of services, and what happens then? It ended in a meal. They wanted you to stay behind and have a meal as a sign, or they take you out to a nice restaurant as a sign to thank you and to honor you for accepting their invitation. In American churches, I've never seen that happen. Or even in homes where there's an event, you have to eat. If you don't eat, then it's seen as a disrespect. Where in the African context, it's seen as disrespect or dishonoring your guests if you don't stay behind for a meal. Because they prepared the meal especially for you. And if you're like, no, I'm good, they be like, all that effort we put in for you and you showing this nasty face and you saying you're good, it's a dishonor.
Yes. Yeah, and like I said, in America, a lot of times, like I said, once the service is over or whatever, the event is over, you free to go. A lot of times, in services you talk or whatever, and then you're free to go. But most of the time, you just go straight home.
Yeah.
You go straight home.
What about in homes? We've spoken about church. What about in homes?
What you mean about homes?
Like if you invite a guest over for an event or whatever, if they don't eat, do you guys take it as an insult if they don't eat?
No. We don't take it as an insult.
Okay. So it's freedom of choice.
Freedom of choice.
So you're not preparing the meal especially for them. So if they don't eat that meal that you're offering to them, it doesn't sit well with you guys?
If we, if we prepare the meal, I think the right thing to do is eat a meal because you prepare the meal for the guests. It's the right thing to do is eat something because you never know, they might feel some kind of way, like I went out my way to prepare something for you not to eat it,
And I know somebody who recently visited South Africa, which is my country. When he was offered in certain places, he'd be like, no, I'm choosy, I'm a city boy. As if he's in a rural place, as if he's in a countryside. And to me, there was dishonoring the people that we were visiting. So I hope next time there will be some change. He'll understand that when you do that, you are dishonoring the person who's invited you, who's offering you that.
Well,
you don't tell them, no, I don't eat that.
That's not true. That's
the
not
American
true.
Side of him came out.
That's not true.
I was so embarrassed.
That's not true.
I wanted to hide myself and I wanted to cry.
No. That's not true. I tried my best to try the food or eat it. I didn't say no. I didn't do that. No. Now.
But I understand it's the culture, so that's why we're talking about this because
I did try some of the food.
Hospitality to me is different from hospitality to you because we come from different cultures, and hospitality is from one continent or from one country is different. So it's understandable. But I think that's why we even started the Sunday Funday so that we understand each other's cultures.
Yes,
so that when I go to your home and I don't get offered anything, I don't take it as an insult. Yes. It's just a culture. Mm-hmm. And if you come to my home and you get offered stuff, then you don't accept it, then we take it as an insult.
Yes.
So it's just a matter of understanding each other's cultures and embracing them and just being respectful of them.
But here's the thing. I am picky, and my stomach don't fit right with different foods. So so I try not to, but my stomach don't fit right.
This is not about you. It's not personal. So what about when a guest comes to your home as an American, especially for the first time, are they expected to bring anything with them as a sign of, that they've come and you've invited them as a guest?
No, they're not expected to bring anything with them. No.
Okay, so in the African culture, and I know in most Asian cultures and so forth, you are not expected, but it is a nice gesture to do it. You could, bring something like cold drink, cold drink
yes,
like
cold
soda,
Yes,
something to drink. You bring some people, they bring wine for those who drink.
But you know what?
Some bring flowers.
I'm
for the
sorry.
guests.
I'm sorry. You know what? Though in South Africa, I did experience something. It was a call for, because take advantage of,
No, don't talk about a different case where my uncle, because he's acting like it's everybody. It was just this one person, and I wasn't even there. The sad part.
Why you had to say names?
Because he did do it, and it wasn't called for. Where we had a problem of load shedding, and he wanted him to buy himself something to eat because we had asked him to stay with him overnight unexpectedly. It was like a last minute thing. So of course they would not have prepared for him as a visitor. So I don't want him to make it seem as if everybody was, is like that, because people treated you with a red carpet in South Africa.
No, no.
So you changing your expression and doing that, it's kind of an insult to me and the people who actually went out of their way. So this particular uncle, because we call everybody who has the same last name as us as an uncle, it's not really blood related. So he offered to stay with him, which was a very nice thing because we could have spent money in a hotel or something, and they were pretty nice to him, because he's not counting the fact that they offered him breakfast the following day, did not charge him. But yes, on the night of his arrival, they said there's load shedding, which means there was no lights. So they asked me on the phone, because I was caught up in Durban, he was still in Johannesburg, if he could buy his dinner, like a takeout.
That's fine.
And he went to a drive-through to buy the takeout, and then the uncle ended up buying for his entire family with his card. It was not right, okay? But I guess it was a payment for the fact that he stayed over.
Maybe.
Not everybody's like
and that's
that.
Okay too.
He just took advantage. No, it's not okay because you just mentioned it. That's why we're addressing it in the video.
But I like I said, they didn't charge me to stay over.
Yeah, but now you said you changed the topic and you changed even your face. So I'm addressing that issue because it's an outlier. It's something, as South Africans, they will offer you the last thing that they have because you're a guest. Yes, it was a last minute arrangement, and we kind of understand, but that should not have happened in the way it happened. All right. So
no, my experience was great though. I didn't say nothing about my experience though.
Yeah, but you were raising that as if it's best hospitality, whereas that wasn't like an outlier.
Because we were talking about the thing, so that's why I just raised that one experience. That's I only was raising that one experience. Because I think it could have been a negative experience. I'm not saying it was a negative, but it could have been a negative
But also,
experience.
if you look at it in the cultural aspect, you as a first-time guest, especially Umkwenyana coming into their home, you were supposed to bring something.
Yes. And that's why I understood. And that's why, when I did it, but when I seen, I'm like, oh wow, I didn't know.
And I'm glad we're addressing it in this way because it comes up, and now we understand that it's culture. We're supposed to bring something to the family. You're seeing them for the first time, and he's Umkhonyan is like the groom, and so but they were wrong in them buying it on their own behalf and not because they were singing for the first time. What we say is you bring what you can bring to the people.
Yes, I agree, and that's fine. And that's how I looked at it too. When I that's why I was like, it was under the bridge. I didn't think of, but it was kind of strange when it happened. It could have been. It was like strange because I didn't know, and it seemed like when it happened. It's like
they're taking advantage.
Yeah, but it seemed like that when it happened, they're like, okay, do you want to get something to eat? Like it's like they were like, oh, you want to get something to eat? Oh, you want to get something to eat? I'm like, oh yeah, sure, no problem. Not knowing that they don't even know how to say that so that I can buy them something to eat. That's how I was looking. You know, and at first, like, hold on, and that I'm like, okay, I'm like, oh yeah, sure, no problem, let's go get something to eat. Thinking they were like being nice, but really they were doing it to.
Once
so
look at all the other experiences.
I know. I'm not saying about the other experience. The other experience was great. We all know that. Everybody know, the children know I enjoy South Africa.
Yeah.
South Africa.
So let's talk about this because I experienced this when.
But I'm just saying that could have been but that culture shock, that could have been like a culture shock, and it could have been bad or worse if I'm just throwing it out there. That's all.
That's fine. That's why we're here. That's the platform for this.
Could have been
because we're doing it for somebody else who goes through that.
Yeah.
But then what about the fact that when you go out, like somebody invites you out, for example, when we were in South Africa, before you came in, I got invited by so many friends to break bread, to have dinner, to have lunch, and my first response would be once the bill comes in, oh, okay, how do we divide the bill? What's my
That's
share?
American for you.
I realize now that I'm becoming Americanized because my friends will be like, hey, I'll see it when I'm American. Like, leave us alone with this American nonsense. We offer to take you out, which means it's on us. And I felt like, no, but I'm supposed to be contributing something. At least let me give a tip. They'll be like, no, man, we got this. And I realized that, OMG, living in another country, you end up adapting to their culture. And when you go back to your country, wanting to do what you're doing in that Rome, in the country that you're coming from. Mm-hmm. So I went through that a bit, and it took me some time to actually accept that I'm being spoiled here. I don't have to pay for anything. I don't even have to pay for the tip. Because in some instances in the US, people will say, okay, don't worry, you take the tip, we'll pay for the bill. But they want you to put out something. You're not going to come for a free meal here.
Not everyone though. I'm saying it's like that in most cases, but I think
we're talking about most babies.
Most cases,
of course, we've got outliners.
People with money, they got it.
But in most cases, when people say, "Let's go and grab dinner," don't think that you're gonna be paid for. You better bring that. You better bring that wallet.
Most time people gonna
you better bring your wallet.
They're gonna even out the bills. Yeah. Everyone have a separate check, things like that. Yeah. So that's how it is. And most cases in America, they're gonna divide the check. Yeah. they you pay yours, you pay your bill, and the crazy part to America.
Some people even check the items they order.
Yeah, they check. And sometimes too, people they get real crazy too when it comes to that bill. Sometimes I paid this, I get this, I got this. I mean, they're arguing and fussing, but a lot of times, it gets to the point where some people, like when you got money, like don't even come to me with that mess. Like, I don't want to hear it. So a lot of times, like, just I take care of it. It's on me because they don't want to deal with it. But majority
mostly for cheap people like this.
Majority of the people.
Because even on dates, when you go on a date, that's why on our first date, I had my wallet with me just in case. Because hey, I had dated other people and I was expected to pay my 50% of my share. So unfortunately, when we went off on our first date, he was like, "No, I got this." I was like, "Oh, okay, he's a gentleman." But I had that wallet ready because I didn't want to be going washing dishes any time.
But and that's what I'm saying. And the outliers. Sometimes you got people that were like, "Okay, you know what? I got this. Don't worry about anything."
Very few cases.
They don't want to deal with the drama. They're like, "You know what? I don't want to. I don't want to argue, itemize. Oh, you did this, and I gotta pay for this." No, you know what? I'm not being. And you know what? I got it. Yeah. But because some people they were arguing. They were arguing down over that money. Like, no, I get this.
Why'd you get an expensive meal? And all that, yeah. So, but
you know what though? And it's funny too because people also too, in America too, cheap people, when they go out, right? When they know they're paying for a meal, they normally get a certain meal, a cheap meal. When this is maybe American, African American people. When you go out and they know they ain't paying for it, now they want to get the most expensive one. Like, okay, once you get the meal that you normally get, now you know you ain't paying for it. Now you want to try to get the expensive one. Yeah. It's so good, it's okay, but why you trying you're trying to take advantage of it. Of a situation, knowing that you normally don't do that.
Right.
Just be you, be normal or whatever.
So like in most African countries, like I said, in South Africa you get when you come to a person's home, you even unannounced, you do not leave the house without being offered something. Maybe if they don't have any cookies or biscuits. I want to have some scones now.
Scones?
Yeah, scones.
Scones?
Which is biscuits.
Biscuits.
So when you don't have anything to offer besides water or a drink, you find some families even sending out a kid to go to like the local store, a corner store, to go buy something to drink because we've just gotten guests.
Yes.
Some even say, okay, we don't have drinks, but can we just offer you water? They offer you something. But I know in the United States, you can come in the house. In fact, they hardly invite people over.
Yeah.
One. And if they do invite you, you come over.
We live busy lives, you know what I'm saying?
We all do. But when they do bring you over, we're teaching people, baby. We're not talking bad about America. Just understand that. We're making people to be aware when they come into this country.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying.
Like everybody lives a busy life. Nobody's sitting around herding some cows. Everybody goes to work. Everybody's working.
Okay,
but it's just the cultures.
Yes.
That are different. So in the United States, people really invite people to come over, first of all. If they do, you better not expect to have something to eat. Go to that house full.
Yes.
Just in case you don't get offered a meal or something to drink.
Yes.
We agree on that one.
Not everyone, but some people.
Majority.
Yeah, some people.
We're talking majority here. Why you keep saying not everyone? But it's funny how I experience the cultural exchange we've been used to now, dividing the bill and then going back to South Africa. People telling me you don't have to do it. Here, when somebody invites you, the bill is theirs.
Yes, it depends. Like I said,
I'm talking South African.
I'm talking, like I said, we hang around broke people. Yeah, you can expect that. We hang around people that got money and done. Yeah, you won't have to worry about that thing. They're like, don't worry about it, I got it.
Yeah.
Especially if they invited you, they're like, don't worry about it. I invited you as a guest. But you hang around broke people. Yeah, you can expect that.
Or people who are just not giving.
Or people that's not giving.
They don't have to.
That's another right. Or people that's not giving.
Because they could be having, but they're just not givers.
Yes, that's true too.
But all in all, this was not to slam any culture.
No.
This was not to slam any person. But it was just to bring that awareness, because that's what we do on Sunday Funday. We teach each other's cultures, and I think that it has added very good benefits to our household. Because I seen that when you went to South Africa, you knew some of the stuff. You knew most of the stuff that was happening because of this Sunday Funday session.
Yes.
And chillers, we want to say, if there's any other topics that you would like us to cover, between the two cultures, please do tell us in the comment section.
Yes, tell us in the comment section.
We would like to cover that alongside with you.
Yes.
And also, if you want to see anything in the United States, let us know. Tell us what you want us to deliver to you. We really, really appreciate each and every one of you. Having said that, I want to say, we're coming up to the festive season, holiday season. And we just want to say, we pray that everybody is safe and able to enjoy this time, because it's a busy time.
Yes.
The decorations have started to come up in most communities, in most neighborhoods, and we can feel the
vibe.
The
Christmas spirit.
Christmas spirit is in the air already.
Yes.
And for those who celebrate Christmas, start buying those gifts.
And in summer, and South Africa, you probably start going to the beaches.
Yes, summertime. There, people are going into all these beautiful parties. But all in all, just be safe and enjoy yourself during that time. Because the world is in turmoil.
Yes.
So just keep safe and enjoy in a safe manner. So having said that, we want to say, we really would love for you guys who do watch these videos to share them with your friends, families as well.
Yes.
The more you share, the more we get known. Also, if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. And also, we'd like you to be friends with us on social media, especially on Instagram. You can follow me at LadySeason1 on Instagram, and you can follow.
Yes, Get Inspired by LJ on Instagram, and so forth, YouTube and fan base. Yes.
Yeah, on all those. Yeah.
Yes.
Or you can follow the both of us at
Chilling
Chilling
with
with
the
the Chaplins on all social media platforms. Or you can listen to us on all the audio platforms out there. That's for podcasts. We are in all of them.
Yes.
Including Alexa's Play Chilling with the Chaplins. Right. Having said that.
And you like follow us, leave us a rating, leave us a review, and give us a rating. Yes.
Yeah, and just be kind to each other.
Kind.
Love one another. This festive season, this holiday season, let's just be lovers. Let's just be givers. Let's just be kind to each other.
Yes, because that was the purpose of this episode, was to learn so that we can start being kind to one another and showing hospitality with one another, learning how to do what the Romans do.
Yeah.
Learn how to adjust and to adapt different cultures, and not be offended when certain things happen.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to be offended when certain things, but learn how to adapt and adjust to different cultures.
Yeah.
And that's
because not everyone does things the way you do or
Yes.
the way your country does, especially when you're a foreigner. You better adjust to what the Romans do in their Roman country.
Yes.
All right then. Thank you so much.
Thank
you for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.